Battlefield is
defending
back,
that
huh?
last point in breakthrough.
You and your squad going together, trying to
Now,
accomplish something.
I'm adamant, I really liked Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3 and 4. From there on, it's Battlefield 5 was okay-ish, and Battlefield 1 as well. I'm not a big player when it comes to those, and I haven't absolutely not played Battlefield 2042. My reason is I like to have single-player content, and the ability to replay single-player things. Like if you take, for instance, Battlefront 2, you can literally set up matches against AI. That's something I really need in Battlefield. Otherwise, multiplayer, fun, everything is fun, but I really need something else, because the day the servers shut down for the game, that's it. So if it has AI stuff, you can still replay it somewhat, and you don't want to really just play the story over and over and over. So there needs to be some different parts of single player content, not just story mode. Okay, so Battlefield Studios, okay.
Across the globe and combines 20 years of franchise experience with emerging talent.
So people from Sweden.
History with Battlefield. We've been working on it for years and years. But we also want to do something bigger and better than we've ever done before. And you can't do that with one studio.
DICE is responsible for the multiplayer part of the game, which incorporates things like destruction systems, class play, squad play, vehicles, gadgets, all of those kind of underlying systems that drive the experience.
Okay.
So here at Motive, we're working on multiplayer maps, and we're also
There better be a lot.
single-player mission content.
Oh, thank you. Thank goodness there's single player stuff this time.
To the level that's never been done on Battlefield before.
Ripple Effects has a long history of working on the Battlefield franchise.
We're working on an experience that is really going to open Battlefield up to a whole group of new players, but really still exciting that core audience that has made this franchise so successful.
Criterion have been supporting Battlefield for a decade now, and now we're going to bring that to the table as a fully fledged kind of partner in the Battlefield studios.
Mainly, we've been focused on the single-player experience.
Thank goodness.
So,
that's really something I need. I don't like just multiplayer, because the day the game ends, you're done. I don't want to waste money on a game that will disappear forever.
And we have a plan to create a new, exciting future for the franchise, alongside our players.
This game has so much potential, so I think it's about giving the team this time to really hone their craft.
We have to prototype, play test, get feedback,
and then repeat that loop
over and over and over again.
Good idea, but don't take everything.
Really resonates with the players.
People, like what I'm saying is, sometimes games want to do everything the community says, and sometimes it's not a good idea. So you really need to focus on what most would benefit and what least would benefit. But the community should have a voice in this.
Before we launched the game, and we're doing it with so much more content.
It's an exciting way for us to interact with our audience.
Because if you focus on everything in the community, it's basically going to be for everyone but for no one, because you need to still have your core audience.
And we're going to test hardware like weapons, vehicles, and gadgets.
We can try different things, but also validate what players are expecting from Battlefield.
That feedback is crucial in helping us know what to prioritize, what needs improvement, and what feels like a true Battlefield experience.
We're pre-alpha, so now's the time.
What would be cool in Battlefield this time around? Bring back local multiplayer as well as normal online multiplayer as well, like old school LAN. Because some people don't have the best internet in the world, so how are we going to be playing with our friends if the online sucks for us? For instance, people in different regions like Egypt or South Africa or China or somewhere, like some places has worse ping and because there's less people playing there, but there's still some people wanting to play the game. So really, I hope they give us some other features that don't force us into just being another player in the game that sucks because our internet is bad or something. It would be fun to have like a single player AI matches with bots and stuff. So you're in there, you're fighting bots and stuff, but that needs to be the player's choice. It doesn't need to be forced upon multiplayer stuff. Like I don't want, if you want to pick multiplayer, you need to play with other players. But if you want to pick the choice, like, okay, I want to play against bots, that needs to be there. And then single player story mode is also a big thing, and I'm glad they announced that basically that's back. So I'm happy for Battlefield to come back. I'd like to see some more, because really, like, if you look at the screenshots, this looks like the old Battlefield. Yes, it has a new paint on it, but it's not. It is really something. It's not just a timeline. It's like literally, if you think of war and if you think of movies, most of them is in a modern era, but not in the future. And yes, there are some in the past, but people want to have modern weapons and stuff, but not extremely modern, because then it gets annoying. Like, yeah, that's my opinion. That's why I really like Battlefield 3 and 4, because it's modern, but not so modern that you've got robots and stuff in the game and stuff like that. It's cool and all, but I prefer my good old shooter, you know? I don't want robots fighting for me and all that stuff. So that's my point when it comes to this. So I'm glad to see Battlefield at least getting back, and it's a thing that's it's a thing that I'm very hopeful would be good this time around. Because if they're focusing on single player, they've heard some people complain about multiplayer only, because yeah, what happens the day they say, okay, this game is not selling well anymore, we're gonna shut down the servers, and now everybody that bought a 70, 80, 90, 100, 120, God forbid, dollar game now loses that ability to play that game, because other people wouldn't buy it, because they know, look, I cannot get anything else but multiplayer from this. And even some regions, like for instance South Africa, where I'm from, online can be a struggle to play sometimes. You're in matches where your ping is like 120, 180, almost 200 ping. And then it doesn't matter what internet you get, because you're far from all the servers people are playing on. So what can you do? I don't want to play a game where I'm the bottom of the barrel all the time. And I can't complain about this, and there's always a way to get better in the game, but at least give us other options. That would bring more people into the market to buy this game, because they can see, okay, maybe my country's internet or my region is far from servers or stuff, so fine, I'll play the other content in the game, and I'll play local multiplayer, or I'll play multiplayer with a small team, so the connection can be a little bit better. So that's my opinion. However, they still should keep, of course, the big multiplayer matches, because that's what Battlefield is all about. Big chaos on a map. So that's always something that should be in the game. And from the destruction I've seen, hopefully it's like the Battlefield destruction in Battlefield 3 and 4. And even better, because time has moved on, technology has improved. There should be no reason that some stuff is invincible in the game and other stuff is semi-destructible. If you're on a war zone, buildings should collapse. Well, thank you for watching this video, and remember to like, comment and subscribe, and let me know what you want from Battlefield this time around. Until then, goodbye.